All right, guys, welcome back to the channel, Make Money Trucking. And I told you I've got some pretty big news that might be a little shocking, but this is the last time you're gonna see the Coronado glider on the channel. Yep, I did sell it for a few various reasons, and we can go over that real fast. Mainly just because, well, the truck market right now is just crazy. So used trucks are going for crazy premium. I bought this truck to do a job. That job had been fulfilled, and I went back to another contract that I had, and this truck is just not meant for what I do, which is hauling heavy out in the oil field. Like I said in my last video, or a couple videos ago, maybe by the time I post this one, about the 6-month ownership review on this truck. But yep, this is going to be the last time you see the glider on the channel. There's some various issues that started creeping up, like the fuel tank started leaking a little bit, and then the rear ends just weren't up to task. So this rear end, I felt a little bit of play in it, and like there's a vibration at about 45 miles an hour to 55 miles an hour, and I thought, it might be something simple, but it turns out that would probably have to be replaced. And with hauling the big trailers like back there, that rear end's probably not gonna last, and with not being able to get parts right now, I just didn't want to risk it. So basically, yeah, other than that, I don't have any too much big complaints, much other complaints about the truck. It's been pretty good to me, but yeah, and then also like the front suspension just kind of felt like it was a little bit loosey goosey. It wasn't as solid as it could be. So I don't know if I would replace the bushings on the front. I did the shocks and whatnot, but just the front kind of felt like when I hauled really heavy, it just wasn't, it just kind of felt like it shimmy and shaked a little bit. It didn't feel real solid, like my heavy spec Coronado does. So yeah, deciding to sell it. I made my money back out of it plus some, so that's always good. And after I put it up online, I had a bunch of people reaching out to me to sell it, so I decided to go ahead and sell it. So yeah, that's where we're at, and we're gonna have some other content coming to the channel soon, what I will be replacing this truck with, but it probably will be about a couple months out when I do that. But yeah, so I know this is probably, a lot of people said no, keep it, it's the best truck you have. And just given for what I do, I would just be beating the crap out of this truck and probably just destroying it out here on the dirt, hauling heavy. So at least for what I do, it just doesn't make sense to keep it. It doesn't do what I need it to do. I don't have any work that goes up and down the highway hauling 80,000 pounds, so basically it's gonna be gone. And yeah, it's the last time you're gonna see it. And it is a nice truck. The dealer that bought it, they're getting a great deal. The Detroit 60 series, it's got the nice interior. Not one thing is broken in this truck. Everything's solid. Everything works. All the gauges and whatnot, they all work. Everything works on this truck. Nothing's broken at all. So that's a good thing about it. And it's clean. It's real clean. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it. If this truck was heavy spec, I wouldn't be selling it. I really would not be selling it. I would work out the bugs of the suspension, the chassis, why something feels a little bit loosey goosey or whatever, a little bit, not as solid as it should be. But given that it's not heavy spec, looks like for at least the next year or two, we'll have plenty of work doing what we do, hauling big tankers out here in the oil field. So I just need something that I can't have a truck sitting either. And I was scared that if I do put a big tanker on it and do runs that maybe aren't so much on the dirt, I was scared that this truck would, have a, have a failure. And with right now with having parts problems and getting parts availability, you know, I didn't want to break it, and then I'm sitting really screwed because now I got a truck that's broken. I can't find parts and I can't sell it because it's broken. So I figured, hey, while it's still in good shape, nothing's wrong with it, go ahead and sell it and then move on to the next one. And I understand that, you know, it's unfortunate. I'll never be able to find a glider again, probably in this condition. You know, like I'd already said before, like I know I'm not gonna be able to replace this truck unless I want to pay a lot more money than I did for it. You know, I bought this truck at a good time. You know, I just got a good deal on it, and having that 14 liter, the 550 horse, you know, it just really, you know, this thing is a gem. So yeah, I'm gonna miss it for sure. But like I said, maybe I'll find a heavy spec one down the road. I found heavy spec ones that they're all 12.7s, and I really want a 14 liter. And I know they're basically about the same. They're the same motor, just one's a little bit bigger, a little more powerful, in my opinion. And that's what I want. You know, I want the 14 liter. So that's probably what, you know, I'm gonna look for in the future. And also, there are Coronado in the SD 122. So they do make Coronados in the SD 122 body, and I'll show you my, you know, my Coronado here. I'll put a picture of it. So with this Coronado, that's SD 122, and they did make a couple of those in gliders. I found like a couple brand new ones at the beginning of 2021, but they wanted like 160, 170. And now looking back at it, hindsight being 2020, maybe that would have been, even though it's crazy the expense of it, maybe that would have been a good idea to just go ahead and buy that one, because it did have everything I wanted, and it was heavy spec, but it was a little too long. It had a drop axle, so there was some trade-offs there. But so that's what I'd want to replace this truck with. But yeah, guys, hopefully you know, it's not too heartbreaking that I'm getting rid of her. She's dirty right now, but you know, she is a beautiful truck when she's shined up and looking good. And you know, it'll be going to a good buyer, and someone else will be able to enjoy it and use it as it's intended, an over-the-road highway truck, which I just don't do. But all right, guys, that's all I have for you. Comment down below what your thoughts are. I'm ready for it. Hit me. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be saying it's a bad decision, but in the world we live in right now, you know, I couldn't say no to the, you know, to getting rid of it, especially at the price I did, and making a little bit of profit to go towards that next truck and the next project. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.